Our team was tasked with developing a business plan for an e-commerce solution for a company that would benefit from one but did not have one yet. After a lot of thought, research, and conversation, we discovered that one of our team members worked for a company that lacked an e-commerce solution. The company is the City of Edmonton, but more specifically, the area in need is the corporate communications branch. The insight from our team member helped us to give us ideas on the type of e-commerce solution that would help solve the problems the communications branch is currently experiencing. We also thought about how the e-commerce solution could be developed for future growth and possibilities. This presentation will take a closer look at our ideas. In examining the ideas we developed for the corporate communications branch, our presentation will cover the following key areas: business description of what the communications branch is and what its mission is, the industry analysis, business goals for the branch, project objectives and what the e-commerce solution will strive to achieve, business model for the communications branch, an overview of the prototype website we developed to show what the e-commerce solution would look like, a market analysis, including e-target markets and competitor analysis, pricing strategy, promotion plan, distribution plan, demand forecast, and a conclusion about the business plan and e-commerce solution. The City of Edmonton's Corporate Communications Branch is responsible for high-level strategic oversight and development of communication and marketing plans designed to inform and facilitate conversations within its internal and external target audiences. Services provided by the branch include, but not limited to, our media relations, public relations, advertising, public engagement, graphic design, event planning and support, digital media, and advice departments within the organization. The branch offers an internal marketing and communication service which creates no need to hire external vendors for those services. This does not only create a competitive advantage, but identifies the branch with a unique and unified image, reputation, and brand against all other departments of the company. Corporate communications provides strategic communications and marketing services and advice to stakeholders to advance their goals for long-term economic, social, and environmental sustainability.
The corporate communications branch is operating in a highly competitive industry. Technological change and an increasing reliance on the internet means that there's more competition than ever before. Municipalities are competing with each other for residents, visitors, and investors, and individuals are demanding a greater degree of transparency and collaboration. As a result, Canadian municipalities are spending millions of dollars each year on communications and marketing related services. Many of these services are utilized in a combination of internal and external service providers, but this varies from city to city. In the province of Alberta, the City of Calgary has transformed their corporate communications area to expand the range of services and client potential. As a result of some slow and methodical expansion, the City of Calgary has been able to transform from an internally focused service provider to one that generates revenue for the organization. They offer communications and marketing services to clients located across the province, including to the City of St. Albert. Not only is the City of Edmonton competing with Calgary to attract individuals, but now they're competing on business models as well. This heightens the competition in an already tough industry and means that the communications branch needs to be more strategic and efficient than ever before. To keep with the strategic direction of the City of Edmonton, the communications branch has business goals that support the larger strategy. Those goals are to make sure that Edmonton has a confident and progressive global image, that City of Edmonton employees are engaged and know that they really do contribute to building a great city, and that City of Edmonton residents, visitors, and investors are welcome participants in building a great city. To be able to reach these goals, the communications branch must operate in a way that is open, collaborative, and utilizes innovative technologies to be able to be progressive towards a more sustainable future. An e-commerce solution that supports these strategic steps will ensure that the communications branch is able to reach its business goals. So there are 4 primary objectives of the communications branch: to provide a cost savings to the City of Edmonton, to develop some consistency and quality control, the development of skills, knowledge, and capacities for the branch employees, and education and communication. The value proposition that this business model and project objectives achieve is to provide a way to connect people and ideas through strategic, innovative, and affordable communication, marketing, and event services. So the communications branch operates on a shared services revenue model. Essentially, this means that the communications branch has a base budget, and anytime any of the clients need products or services, there's a way to actually pay for these services internally. So they're moving money from one budget to another budget, much the same way you would when you go shopping at a store and you pay for something that you've purchased. So this shared services model actually allows for better vendor management, to be able to add value through using various supply chains, and it allows for better management of resources. The model also allows for some future expansion to where the branch can actually shift from an internal focus to an external focus, where they can have clients operating in both realms as a way to generate revenue. This will help the branch actually run a little bit more efficiently and provide them with additional funding, but it'll also help offset any pressure from additional tax increases once the model really gets going. So the prototype website that we've developed that really embodies this e-commerce solution for the communications branch looks like this on the homepage. So it offers a quick and unique value proposition, opens with the mission statement, and then from there, employees can navigate through the various pages to be able to find the resources and tools that they need to do their job. So the toolbox that you're looking at right now is actually the way it would look from the intranet site, so from an internal facing. We focus the prototype on what it would look like from the inside, from the employee's view, because that's where the whole e-commerce solution would really have to start, and towards the future it would have to advance to an external facing as well. So the first page within the toolbox is the communications handbook, which as you can see is basically like a file sharing resource where we can load in all the different resources that employees need to be able to do their jobs and sort them into groupings in various folders. There's also going to be a storage portal for all the projects, so that if in the instance an employee is away, another employee can still help the client move their project along without having to have any really long-term downtime. So all the documents that for any given project would be stored within a project folder so that everybody on the team could actually access those documents. So employees would actually have a link to the vendor portal as well from the intranet site. It would also exist on the internet where the public would have access to it and be able to register and log in to a vendor profile that they would create to describe their unique service offering to the City of Edmonton in the event that they needed to utilize external services and their unique supply chains. So as you can see, there's a spot for registering, logging in, browsing any opportunities that are available. There's a news feed, a help section, and then a directory of all the different vendors that have registered. So vendors can look at any current opportunities that are listed. They can sort through them and have an interactive component, and then they can eventually click through to those to find out greater detail and then apply on those bids by providing any documentation as required.
The market analysis is divided between 4 characteristics: demographic, geographic, physiographic, and consumer. In the demographic characteristic, the corporate communications branch for the City of Edmonton connects a vast spectrum of people through communications and marketing activities. As a result, there is no specific demographic information, as programs and services are provided to all age ranges and income levels. The demographic characteristics of the branch's target market consist of existing and potential partners with the City of Edmonton for projects and events. The customers that consume this target market are internal departments, branches, and agencies of the City of Edmonton. Once the communications branch has an established e-commerce model that allows it to function more efficiently, it could expand to have external clients as well as a way to generate revenue. The demographic for these future clients includes other government agencies and small to large size businesses, especially those local to Edmonton. The geographic characteristics of the established e-commerce model will be easy to use and accessible to all employees in the branch, as well as customers and partners. The infrastructure will be connected through the existing intranet and with external access for vendors and external partners through the existing public website. The corporate communications branch has existing pages on both the intranet and internet site for the City of Edmonton, so adding the e-commerce model to the site is a natural extension. Since the communications branch deals with a great deal of events and projects, the infrastructure developed should be a team-oriented, clear, and stress-free site that connects everyone together on projects and contracts. The benefit to this open environment would be that if there was an absence of an employee and a client was inquiring about a certain project, another employee would be able to access the information needed to serve the client in a timely fashion. For the physiographic characteristics, the branch currently uses a variety of technological tools such as Google's enterprise applications, including an instant messenger feature to connect with other employees, but a more formal and collaborative system would serve the employees a lot better. A toolbox resource where all information could be found would be a great addition to the infrastructure. Combining the toolbox function alongside the external site would fulfill the greatest need for the branch, as the essential information required for the employees to do their jobs would be within easy access for them. External vendors and suppliers could be sourced as needed through the external portal, and the toolbox provides resources and an interactive component that would allow employees to log all documents and pieces of the project for their client. Customers and existing partners will appreciate the upgrade in infrastructure if they will be able to have access to it. This consumer characteristic allows clients of any business to look at things easy and get things done fast. The upgrade will increase the efficiency and effectiveness of work between customers and the branch. Customer loyalty and interaction will therefore increase due to the availability of the site, especially if companies are looking for a quick way to sell their products online. The competition is becoming so fierce that many external vendors are thriving so much off of business from various municipalities. City of Edmonton not only has to compete with different municipalities like the City of Calgary, but also external service providers. For instance, a competitor that prides themselves on generating businesses with profits is DBB Canada. Specializing in the areas of advertising and graphic services, this puts DBB Canada as a main competitor within Edmonton. They are successful mainly because of how they market themselves. A strong online presence is what they have, and a lot to show for with the work that they have done through their website. Another large competitor on the communications front is Calder Bateman. Their core belief is that they are great storytellers, and a great story can grab a hold of you by fixating itself in your mind. There is even proof this model works. For example, Edmonton's new premier fine dining restaurant, 19, hired Calder Bateman to create a brand. There is today a 2-month waiting list for a restaurant in Southwest Edmonton, so it is very, very successful. Red, the agency, is also a large competitor in the communications industry. Red focuses on the consumer by affecting the human condition and changing the world. They can achieve this by meshing traditional approaches within the new digital world. They can achieve this by taking what would be put in a newspaper advertisement and creating a web page or social media post to get the same message across. They start by doing lengthy research into the industry, and after they fully understand it, they strike quickly to be the first in that market. They take their thorough research approach and think of new and exciting ways to solve ordinary problems as a way to drive value for their clients. Now, the value that the communications branch brings in providing similar services is the full service or one-stop shop approach. This approach brings value through the account management team becoming more familiar with each client, which allows them to be innovative in a way that fits the consumer and customer and their unique target market. Executing campaigns will also be seamless, as all services can be managed through the branch instead of the customer having to coordinate multiple vendors to achieve their goals. This differentiation strategy drastically reduces the competitive market to a few key players and would appeal to other government agencies who would prefer to work with a supplier that understands how to navigate the unique government-related industry.
The City of Edmonton's price strategy is built in a way that allows it to evolve over time. Before we even take our systems externally, we want to make sure that it is competitive with other organizations. For this reason, our plan is to look internally to see how well we use our resources first. Once we are confident in our product and feel that it is ready for the external market, our plan will be executed in order to start generating revenue. Initially, we realized that our online presence isn't as well known as it will be in the future, or as current competitors. Because of this, we will have decided to establish a demand-oriented approach. The belief is that penetration pricing will help create initial demand to attract prospective clients to the business, more of a mass market approach. As our consumer base expands, we will capitalize on our consumer characteristics of customer loyalty. The evolution that will take place will slowly develop into a more profit-oriented approach. The reason being that more profit that the city is able to bring in, the better the service provided will be. Moving on to our promotion plan. As far as our promotions go, we will be focused on selling our highest sources of revenues to our clients, such as graphic design, videography, photography, digital animation, and web design. By emphasizing the easiness of communications with our team and our ability to adapt uniquely to each client, we will hope to garner a lot of attention. In order to gain positive word-of-mouth advertising, one of our main goals is to have enough support cast to deal with our over 4,000 clients efficiently and effectively. With our new system of dealing with external funds, we want to make sure that we can support our clients one-on-one as much as possible to always answer their questions and concerns. After completion of their services, we will also implement a feedback system to make sure our customers' experience with us was just as good or better than they expected. And if not, how can we fix it? This will give us a competitive advantage which will set us apart from competitors, in turn creating positive word of mouth from our clientele. Our first and foremost important means of advertising that we will directly pay for will be via the internet. Ads that show up on Google and other sites will be specific to individuals who show interest in our areas of expertise that are from the Edmonton area. This will later expand into the Alberta area as well. Direct links from these ads will direct customers to our website, which will give more information about signing up for our services and past examples of these services. If the success continues expanding rapidly in the long term, the plan is to eventually implement television ads in the Edmonton area as well. These would air on news and business networks. Our distribution plan is directly related to our promotion plan in a number of ways. Before our big promotions to external clients outside of the organization, our distribution would remain internally to current clientele until we establish a consistent utilization of our resources. Once we go external, each distribution is simple and easy to control. There are no intermediaries. Our products will distribute directly from our internal team to the clients when completed. If, however, our demand far exceeds our supply, we may look to external resources to help carry out our promotions to clients. For example, if graphic design needs exceed our resources, we may look to external service providers to contract their services out to us so that we can finish a product in a relatively fast manner. Although this increases costs, it also satisfies customers and is an opportunity for more revenue growth. In a way, at the start, we are attempting to control demand to a minimum. The reason behind this being that we want our internal services to get up to speed before we use them on a larger scale externally. However, once we go external, we expect an increase in demand immediately, as businesses are always looking for ways to better improve their products and services. Once the increasing demand starts to slow, this is when we will start our advertising campaigns to gain more customers. Demand at this point should increase relatively fast, and we expect to be hiring outside help to keep up with it. Depending on how we deal with the increasing demand and whether we believe we can continue to profit and satisfy clients, we will then weigh the opportunity cost of expanding or trying to maintain the current conditions.
In conclusion, the e-commerce solution and business plan we developed would allow for many solutions for the corporate communications branch. Thank you for the opportunity to share our business plan and prototype website with you.